So, when is Arne Slot going? Or is he going? Is he going to be in charge next year? Is he going to go before next year? Because all of these people, they seem to know. You know, they've got sources. And some of them saying he's going this week, next week, at the end of the season. Some of them saying he's not going at all. He's going to be there next season. David Lynch included. And obviously all these dickhead Twitter accounts that are just engagement farming you. Like breaking news at 10:30 and all that. Like, do me a favour, brother. But realistically, none of these guys know shit. So I want to bring some common sense to the table. Because football fans don't seem to be able to use it too often. So let's have a little think about things. In my opinion, I think it's if he gets through this tie, he'll be around. Do you know what I'm saying? As long as he goes to the Champions League, Rafa Benitez style, 2005, shit league, shit in the cups. But if you win the Champions League, things can change very quickly, especially with the fan base as well. So we need to look at the fixtures and kind of see, how this is going to pan out. And obviously, PSG tomorrow. Everyone's expecting us to get beat, right? Walloped, in fact. So my ethos is, with a game like this ahead of you, you don't want to be bringing in permanent or interim managers. Imagine you actually, got rid of him already and bought someone like Stevie or Alonso in for this game here. It would be literal sabotage, suicide to a certain extent. And when you look at the fixture list, obviously, we play Fulham on the weekends, but then we've got the return leg at Anfield with PSG. I think this tie has to be completely over before any new manager can come in. Looking at that Everton game, Merseyside derby, Steven Gerrard. I think that could be just a rocket up the arse the players need. So for me personally, I would let this tie take effect, let him have the game at Fulham on Saturday. And if we get disgraced, because a lot of people were saying we're going to get disgraced against PSG, a lot of people were saying that we might get beat by Fulham at Anfield. Like, that's fucking mental. So let's see what happens in those 3 games. And I think in those 3 games, if we have bad results, bad performances, and we get walloped, I think the Everton game is the perfect chance to bring Stevie in on interim till the end of the season. That's just my personal opinion. I've got no sources, no links, no contacts, just common sense and my own personal opinion. But I think that could be the perfect game to kind of change the mentality, the energy amongst the squad, amongst the fans as well. Imagine what the fans would feel if Stevie came in as interim. What the players would feel looking up to, what I say is the club's best player of all time. And knowing his captain mentality, how he knows how to, fire a rocket up people's asses and get people playing. I think it could be perfect timing for the Everton game. And then after the Everton game, we've obviously got Crystal Palace at home. This is a kind of game where I want to see Rio and Gamoa given a chance and, setting the copper light. Hearing the fans in good form again, screaming, singing You'll Never Walk Alone, getting good results. I think we have the potential to do this if we bring Stevie in as interim for the Everton game. And then going on to the Palace game. And then after that, we have Man United. A run of 2 good wins and performances under a new interim manager. We could win that Man United game as well, even though it is at Old Trafford. So for me, it's a pure reliance on what happens in the next 3 games. Like you can't bring anyone else in before that. It's just not logical. Why would you bring someone in even if he gets battered tomorrow? Why would you bring someone in for Fulham when we've got to go play the return leg? I think the perfect time to change the energy and pick up the morale in the squad would be that Everton game. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Plenty of opinions always on football Twitter and Instagram and all them places. So let me know what you think.